Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you guys are doing well. First of all, I would like you to please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now let's begin the video. So guys, today I would like to talk about one of the topic of schizophrenia. That is catatonia. So let's begin with the catatonic schizophrenia. What is catatonia? Catatonia is a bizarre, unresponsive motor movements. Involves a group of symptoms that involve the lack of movement, lack of communication, agitation, confusion and restlessness. So therefore it is thought of as a type of schizophrenia. According to DSM-5 criteria, the clinical picture is dominated by 3 or more of the following symptoms of catatonia. So these catatonic symptoms involve stupor, catalepsy, flexibility, mutism, negativism, posturing, mannerism, stereotypy, agitation, grimacing, echolalia, and echopraxia. So let's discuss all of them. So the first is stupor. Stupor involves no psychometric activity, not activity relating to the environment. The person is not moving their body, can't speak and appears to be staring off into space and stays in a fixed position. Extreme immobility and hyperactivity, muscles and posture appear rigid. The person with stupor is unresponsive to the environment. Here is a picture of patient with stupor. The next is the catalepsy. Catalepsy is a type of muscular rigidity and passive induction posture held against gravity. For example, the maintenance of uncomfortable fixed standing or sitting position against the gravity with only the minimum movement and result of external stimuli or pain. Here is a picture of a person with catalepsy holding unusual posture against gravity with low pain sensation. The third one is flexibility, which is showing slight but at least resistance in positioning to examiner, and a person stays in the same position for an extended or long period. Here you can see there is a picture in which a person is trying to change the position of a patient, but the patient is showing resistance to change the posture. The next is mutism. Mutism means none or very little verbal response, basically verbal unresponsiveness, even though there is no neurological deficit, that is aphasia, that will inhibit speech like traumatic brain injury or stroke. The fifth is negativism. It is showing opposition or showing no response to the instructions around may be given by somebody, or even no response to any external stimuli. Here is a picture of a person with negativism who is showing no response to any external stimuli, hence he is unresponsive to this environment. The sixth is posturing. Posturing means spontaneous or active maintenance of an unnatural or rigid posture contrary to the direction of gravity. We can also say bizarre or inappropriate body position or attitude for an extended period of time, and the posture changes again and again. The seventh is mannerism. Mannerism means to display or showing odd circumstantial repetitive movement of normal actions or gestures. These are exaggerated movements, for example, setting your tie again and again. Eighth is stereotypy. Stereotypy is displaying involuntary, repetitive, abnormally frequent, non-goal directed movements. You can see in the picture that the stereotypy movements are non-goal directed movements. These movements have no particular meaning. A person with stereotypy is not on the rest position. 9 is agitation. Agitation is something that is not influenced by external stimuli. We can say actions are continuously restlessness in agitation. 10th is grimacing. Grimacing is making an exaggerated facial expression of disgust or contortion of facial features. Grimacing means involuntary movement of facial expressions. 11 is echolalia. Echolalia means mimicking another person's speech and responding to conversation by only repeating what they have heard. For example, the man is asking the child, "Do you want to drink a water?" And the echolalic child is responding, "Do you want to drink a water?" The last is echopraxia. Echopraxia means mimicking another's movement, action, or whatever they do. So, have you noticed many of the symptoms are all similar? Now let's see what's the difference between them and how can we distinguish them from one another. So first we can distinguish between catalepsy and negativism. As we know that catalepsy means holding a posture against gravity, which can be caused by withdrawal of some drugs, mostly of cocaine. Whereas opposition means showing opposite response or behavior to given instructions. For example, a person is hungry or thirsty but refusing to eat or drink. Now let's differentiate between mutism and echolalia. Mutism means unresponsiveness and a person can't respond to others by speaking. For example, Alia does not have neurological deficit but she still can't respond. Whereas in echolalia, a person can respond by speaking, therefore mimics other speech. For example, Ali said, "I am going to market," and Peters mimics by saying, "I am going to market." Let's differentiate between stereotypy and agitation. Stereotypy means involuntary, abnormally frequent, non-goal directed movements. For example, opening and closing eyes, jaw movements, etc. Agitation is an excess motor activity coupled with inner anxiety resettlements, feelings that are not influenced by external stimuli. For example, tapping your toes. The last thing that sounds similar were posturing and catalepsy. As we have already discussed catalepsy, so here we will discuss only posturing. Posturing means spontaneous or actively maintenance of posture against gravity. That's all about catatonia. We'll meet you soon in another video. Please like and subscribe if you like our video. Thanks for watching. Take care.